As previously reported,
In September, KPBS and another media outlet reported that to access Palomar Health's website, users must accept the terms of use. A First Amendment lawyer told KPBS that potentially restricted public access to public information. Director Lori Edwards Tate shared that same sentiment with Voice of San Diego, which first reported the story. After the story was published, she says the hospital district's lawyers sent her a letter saying she was being investigated for her comments.
I take that to heart. I care about that. So I feel an attack on me is almost an attack on the people that I serve.
She says when she spoke to Voice of San Diego, she was doing it as a private citizen and not speaking on behalf of the board. Edward State's lawyer Karen Swigert says the district's action violated her client's freedom of speech.
My fear is that this is something that they're going to utilize as a sword in the future when there are greater problems that she wants to raise to her constituents. They're going to say, oh, you need to come make sure your message is coordinated with us prior to speaking. That is just anathema to the First Amendment.
In a statement, Palomar Health said it took the action it did because Edward Tate was disseminating false and misleading information to the media. She says the action was retaliatory.
I understand it's not good for me not to have a duty of loyalty and care and try to degrade or misrepresent in a negative way the district in any way. The question would have to be asked, why would they be offended by something as simple as what I actually said?
First Amendment Coalition Legal Director David Loy says the Supreme Court has affirmed a public official's First Amendment right to speak on public policy that they don't agree with without fear of sanctions. He is not a party to the case and is not commenting on its merits.
The government does not get to be the ministry of truth. If the district believes that her statements were incorrect, it is free to issue its own statement and go to the press and explain why it believes her statements were incorrect.
Palomar Health Director John Clark, who spoke to KPBS about Palomar's terms of use, says he received the same letter from the district's lawyers as Edward Tate and is also considering his own legal action.
It's intimidating to have the lawyers come after you when all you're doing is addressing your concerns and exercising your First Amendment rights, as any elected officials should do.
Palomar says Edward Tate's lawsuit is baseless and grounded in a misunderstanding of the district's media policy. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.